Well, guys, in South Central Tennessee, picking up a new to me truck. It's been off the road for a while, so we're going to try to get this thing fired up and drive her back home. I actually agreed to buy this one without even seeing a picture of it. So this is the first time I'm seeing it. It's white. Seems to be a early 80s Chevrolet Custom Deluxe. It's a 3/4 ton flavor and has this service bed configuration on it, which is why I was excited to buy the thing. This will be fine. No, gonna be hitchhiking. Did I bring walking shoes? So this rig here was actually a package deal. I forgot about it, to be honest. Bought this a long time ago. Well, remember when I got that ramp truck, the black one? This one came with it, and I just been so busy, hadn't gotten around to it. And I was buying that one, he says, hey, I got another one. We'll make a package deal here. I said, what is it? And he said, Chevrolet, it's white. It's got a service thing. I said, yep. And that was that. So I don't know. He got a new service truck and just decommissioned this one. It's been sitting a while. I don't know how long exactly. We'll try to figure it out, I guess. But this is the classic ran, when, parked. And honestly, I'm hoping it's not going to take a lot to get going. But listen, anything can happen trying to drive these old rigs home. I'll tell you that much. It is hotter than Shania Twain in the 90s out here today. That doesn't help. Anywho's, let's walk around this rig, see what we're working with here, drink it up, and get at it. Like I say, she's the Custom Deluxe, 3/4 ton, which is nice. I didn't know that. Well, I don't know anything about this. I'm hoping it's a V8, could be a straight 6, hard to say. Looks like a work truck kind of model. Early 80s. 83, 84. We'll try to figure that out too. It's white, you know. It's actually fairly rust free. Not bad down here. A scoosh in the cab corner. And then the typical behind the tire. This looks a lot like the Hemi half, actually. It's kind of ironic. It's got the poverty caps on it. Them's complete. And some trail climber assists. The old Billy Goat tires, they match. These actually might match. That's pretty nice. Front bumper's in really good shape. Hood's in great shape. Wheels in decent shape. I like the Remington plate. What is this made out of? Deer hide? No, it's like porcelain or something. That's kind of interesting. This side, got a whiskey dent right there. I don't know. Got no rust down there. Rocker's in pretty good shape. This cab corner is more gooder than the other one. And the same. It's got dual pipe relators on it. Well, that's pretty decent. This is pretty neat, but I don't know how I'm feeling about it yet. When he said service bed, I thought it was like a whole service bed. For those of you that watched the channel for a long time, remember Beats, the red service truck? That's kind of what I was thinking, but that's okay. Looks like we got air on board. What we got back here? Stuff. Whoa! Look at the jacks we got, guys. How many? 1, 2, there's 4 gigantic jacks in here. Wonder if they all work. Probably not. Yes, we got more batteries. This must hold the, that's the D-box floppilizer. That's to keep them from floppilizing. Kind of a neat little homemade headache rack. Combobulation. thing. I don't know. Here's the plate. 2013? That can't be right. That's, what would that be, 10 years? I think it's, pretty sure it's been running before then. Maybe they just didn't tag it. It's been sitting a while, I know that, but I don't know about 10 years. I don't know, could be. Hard to say. Did you guys see, was there? Is it a dual tanker? You paying attention? I don't know. Let's go back over here. It's too bad the tailgate's missing. No, single tank unit. Pretty good shape overall. That's a bugger of a dent. I don't know if we should leave this thing in here or take it off. Just make it a decent looking little truck without that. Let's see. Whoa. Okay, that one's busted. We got some hoses, pipes, some sort of spider or something. Okay. All right, that's fine. We'll ignore that. More stuff. Paintbrush, that's free. Hacksaw blade. We're making out good today. Ooh, tire pressure gauge. That's front pocket fine. All right. Well, let's see what the other side has. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Got some tire patches. Them are good. Whole bunch of them. Good rag for the back pocket. We got a socket. What flavor? Not sure, but we're gonna keep it. Oh, we're making out like bandits here. I think I've already recouped the cost of the truck. Fire extinguisher. That's 26 bucks. It was checked in 1992, so you know it's good. You know, it is full actually. I'll be dipped. This must be the configuration for the airs. It's kind of a unique setup. I don't see a compressor, which is leading me to believe it's probably under the hood. That could be pretty wild. Kodiak says mountain goat. Okay. Well, let's get in this rig, huh? It's too bad about the store. Oh, got it. Anywho's. Well, it opens. That's nice. Whoa. Yes. It's thick. It's hot. Hits you. Woo! It's like a cast iron bathtub full of cigarette butts and clover. Wow, this thing has got some miles. You could tell because of the way that it is. Whew. I'll get you guys in here. There's nothing left of the seat. It's got to be a 500,000-mile truck. She's been used up. Oh, manual. Nice. Well, first things third. Oh, yep. 83. Okay. Yep. Now we know that. Look at this rig. It's brand new. I mean, throw some armor all down, ready to rock. This thing's been out in the sun its entire life. She's had some miles. No power or anything. But check this out. We got a 4-speed, and that's probably the granny gear, which I ain't mad about that. Kind of the tannish brown interior. No AC. It was just a basic work truck model. Rubber floors. It's probably going to have a straight in it then. Oh, there's, I'm going to guess, part of the smell. We're just going to pretend we didn't see that. Okay. This is interesting. There's nothing left of this seat. I bet they were looking for those gloves for a long time. We're just going to put that back as well. I don't think I've ever seen a seat that worn out. Just tells you how many miles this thing has. Clutch pedal laying like that has me a little worried. 63,000 miles. Yep. No. Steering's nice and tight. Not even close. That shifter's kind of shorter than I remember them being. I don't know. There ain't much going on in here. Ain't much going on at all. Radio's still in there. Look at that. Delco GM. Is that only AM? Looks like it. What do you need the frequency modulation for anyway? You know what I mean? Let's go on the other side. I'm just excited about the manual transmission right now and the 3/4 ton. Nice surprises. Free jumper cables. I like that. Oh, we got ignition sticks. This is getting better and better. Lots of receipts. Stuff. I don't want to dig through those too much. What's this? Old paperwork on the girl? Oh. 1983 Chevrolet truck. Keep in the glove box. Okay, I will. Another free paintbrush. This isn't rotted out in here. That's good news. I mean, both doors open, windows roll down. It's a good rig. Well, I think it's time. Let's go ahead and get the power barn opened and see what we've got for a power plant in there. I'm hoping for a V8. It's probably going to be a 305 or a straighter. If we're super lucky, it's going to be the 350. That'd be nice. Here we go now. Yes, V8. Whoa, there's the compressor. Oh, that's great news. It might even be a 350. Wow, we got a V8, a manual, and a 3/4 ton. Three things I was not expecting. And I think the massive oil leak is free, so that's good. Well, the air cleaner lid says 5.7. So that might be, in fact, a 350. That's great news. Power brakes, power steering, and then look at this. This is pretty interesting. This looks to be complete, which is great. So I definitely believe it was running when it was parked. This thing is the compressor. It does have a clutch on it. Oh, it's not locked up. That's pretty cool. So that just ran off the crank. Looks like an idler wheel there around here. And when the engine ran, it filled up the tank. Looks like a pressure switch here. That looks familiar from the Bricklin. Remember that? All sorts of different hoses and fittings and wires and somehow or another. Oh, right here. Is that the switch? Interesting. That runs down, across, over to that thing. Still got manifolds on it. A whole bunch of different types of wires. Boy, the oil leak on this, it's just everywhere. Not sure if that was just valve cover, because I'm seeing it way back under there as well. Oh yeah. Either burning oil or just leaking it. Probably both would be my guess. But the great news is it's all here. Rad's got a hole in it. You could tell because of the way that that is. So that's really good. Oh, it's got juice. It's got some juice. I think it's leaked down to that hole, basically. Still got the original jack and jack handle. All be dipped. Wonder if this was just a company rig from day one. You know, could have been. Could have been. Looks like a on-the-road service rig. Guy that I got this from has a tire shop, so that would make sense. Okay, well, boy, that air cleaner, that's been replaced recently. You could tell, see? Wow. Well, let's start going through this. This is really last minute for me today. I don't have a lot of parts. In fact, I don't think I have much of anything. So I'm hoping this is just going to run. you know, we could try to just get it home. Wow, that's really, looks like it's backfiring a lot. There's no way there's any air getting through this thing. They had the old lid flip on it for the bogulator to bog. Blah, blah. You know, quadra-bogs can be a good carb if you get them dialed. Well, that's stuck. That's good. What is this contraption? I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Another switcheroonie diaphragm upper something. I wonder if that has to do with the compressor. Oh, they also have it tied into the heater line. Huh. Warm up the engine when it's cold? I don't know. It doesn't even get that cold. We're in the south. I don't know how that works, I guess is what I'm saying. What have we got for Earl? It is overfull. Definitely synthetic. Ooh, lots of gas in there. Lots of gas. So that can mean a few different things. Someone tried to start it unsuccessfully, flooded it. That washes past the rings. Or it's just tired and fuel is just always going past the rings right into the crankcase. Or it could be a leaking fuel pump. Those sometimes will malfunction and fuel will just get pumped right into the side of the block there. It happens. It does. Oh man, the alternator belt has 2 seconds of life left, if that. Let's see what this is doing. Oh, it's definitely got brake lines leaking. And those would be the fronts, I believe. One of these reservoirs is completely empty, and I don't have any juice for that. We might have to run to town, get some juice. This side of the rad is even worse. There is a ton of, well, you could tell it's leaking because of the, you know, when you look at it. Boy, I don't know if we're gonna get home on that thing. Yeah. So I think here's what a guy's gonna do. I'm gonna cut this old belt off. We're gonna run into town, grab a belt, and then we're gonna grab a battery, brake juice, a couple other things. Should be a part number on here somewhere. This thing was just, there's no way we would have got home on this. Try to find a number on this guy. Oh, and an air filter tray. That ought to be enough to figure out if she's a runner or not, and we'll kind of go from there. See what happens. I'm back. Here I am. Guy's gonna throw this charger whirler belt on first because I'm gonna use that to try to rotate the engine here. It's got a fan with a clutch on it, so I can't just grab that and twirl on it. Looking at this one, I really doubt it's gonna be an issue, but it's always nice to double check, just in case. This charging whirler is hooked up to this goofy bracketry over to this train engine over here. Oh, okay. Well, what in the devil? She's stuck in there, dropping wrenches. I need a Tanya Harding. I don't think I got one. Can I pry with this somehow? Doubtful. What's the issue? Is that, do I got a nut on the, oh, it's got a nut on the back side. Man, this thing is confusing in here. Look at all this. It's got more hose than a LA nightclub, and I ain't kidding you. We'll figure it out though. I wonder if I go like this. There we go. Now we're cooking with the tire pile. All right. There we go. The old 15440 belt, you know. I should have knew that, but I didn't know if to put a longer one on account of all this goofiness under here. Come on. There we go. Get on there. Ah, yep. You little devil. Okay, now I need to pry, hold, and ratchet all at the same time. Okay. Yeah. It's pretty taut. Okay. Now, hope there's no snakes hiding under there. Well, now that belt's on, a guy can take a ratchet. We're going to twist on that and see if this engine rotates. Going to pop it in neutralis quick. Hopefully it don't roll away on us. It did not. That's good. Now, yeah. A little pressure on the belt. And engine's rotating. Very easily, actually. Yep. Oh, she's barely got any compression left. Probably gonna be a pretty tired old gal, but that's okay. All right, that's good news. Engine rotates. That belt's on. We could probably throw a battery in it now and just twirl on the key. See if the starter works, the electrical system, the ignition stick, and then we'll move on to see if we get this thing to fire up. Got all sorts of different doodads on this lightning cube. The old top post, make it a side post by jamming a bolt through it routine. It's taken 75 months just to get that little bolt out of there. She's on. I had to resort to the old vice grips. Hopefully I can get that off because there's really no way to get this battery out other than taking the whole tray out, I guess. Get out of here. Okay. Yep. Very specific reason I'm using this here battery. Nope. This is the cheapest. It's got the gold handle. Yep. Okay. Ooh, this is a topper and a cider poster. Those are handy to have. Got a dog chasing some rodents in the back here. You almost get him, Tito. Oh, he's rooting around, tell you that much. Okay, fire test. No spark shooting. It's good news so far. Probably gonna have to jiggle on the positive cable all day. That work for now, maybe? Boy, that's pretty shoddy. Perfect. I think I was just getting shocked a little there. The ground must not be grounding. There we go. All right, all right, all right. Jump in the rig here and see what the key does. Okay, no tilt. That's too bad. Clutch does something if you hit the front bumper with it. What was that noise? Oh, I know what that is. She's got a digital fuel pump. Well, it might light off then. It's cranking. No oil pressure. Oh, there it's coming. 10 pounds, 15 pounds. All right, we need to investigate this vehicle a little further, I think. When a guy rolled the key forward, the old clicky-clacky, that familiar sound kicked off back here. I'm just gonna kind of look at the fuel system here. Gotta make sure we have spark, obviously, then fuel, so I gotta wrap my head around what's going on. It's probably just bypassing the mechanical pump. That might even be blocked off, or it could just be a lift pump for some reason to get it to the mechanical pump. So I don't know, let's take a look. Well, guys, rooting around in here, and right down there you can see the inlet of the pump is disconnected. So what they're doing is running the digital pump into the original line up to here, but that means that the return is no longer returning on this. I don't know if that's going to be an issue for the quadrabog or not. This has obviously been backfiring. That's probably going to be timing or something along those lines, or vacuum leak. I don't know. We're going to have to just kind of work through it, but we're going to test for, I guess we'll let that pump run and rack this and see if the squirters are working. We got an accelerator pump or not in the fuel, make it happener, and then we'll move on to sparkles. I forgot to bring the fuel. Hopefully it's not out of gas. Who knows if it's any good. Boy, it's really clicky-clacking. Okay, let's see if we can... I don't hear anything up here, I'll tell you that much. I can't see. I gotta get a light down in here. No, it doesn't look like anything's happening. I think it's out of fuel. I can hear the pump kind of changing tones back and forth. Well, I think I found the pump later hanging under there. Wadded up in some hose with an old fill tray that's laying on the exhaust pipe. So that's fine. But I do believe it's out of fuel. So I gotta go back to town, get a jug, fill that up, throw some fuel in it, then see if we can get some to the fuel make it happener. Always unprepared. Excellent. Tell you one thing right now. We're not going to be able to dink around much here on this much fuel if we're going to make it to town to try to fill up. Or I got to run in and make a second trip with this jug here. I haven't decided yet, okay? Calm down, Derek. Why are you so angry? I'm not angry. I was just trying to make a point, I guess. Well, we get it. We get it. You're out of gas. Got the pump laden again. Why did I leave the hood open? It's blazing hot in here now. Still don't believe I'm getting fuel. No, that's not good. Well, a guy crawled under the rig, pulled the filter tray off of the pump there. Nothing, she's dry. So I took the hose off of the positive crankcase ventilation system. So I ain't got nothing. I'm gonna jam that in here. I'm gonna attempt to pressurize the tank, try to push a little bit of fuel to get that pump fired up because it's dry right now. Pump noise ain't changing. I don't even think I got anything to spray in there, to be honest. Wait. Might have just changed. Let's see. Guy's a little woozy, but it worked. Okay, now we've got fuel up to the fuel make it happen. Our accelerator pump is working. That's, you know, dispensing fuel as it should. Normally I get the meter out and test on the coils and all that stuff, but I'm gonna lose daylight here pretty quick. And as you can see, I ain't got much with me. So I think we're just gonna twist on it. If it's got spark, well, it'll fire up. You know what I mean? And if it don't, then we'll work backwards there and try to figure that out. All right. Get this cap back on. Let's give her a twist. And maybe it'll give us a shout. This moving blanket just disintegrating. All right, here we go. Bringing the thunders. Wow. It fired immediately. Good old 350. Not a lot of oil pressure. 15 pounds. Oof, no, that ain't good. I think she's just a little tired. Smoke and blue, yeah, the rings are on vacation. Well, it could be the valve seals too from sitting here. Clutch is back out, don't hear any bunch of weird noise. It's idling. We got a runner. Smoky. Still sounds decent though. It's not smoking as bad as it was. Probably just valve seals. Well, we'll find out when we get her on the road. Yeah, this side's still smoking. So, she's tired, but that's all right. Oil pressure, not good. It doesn't get much higher than that even when you're revving on it. I like the temp gauge just snapped off. Not so much fuel. The gas gauge actually works. I'll be dipped. This stuff. Why don't we flip this around? There we go. Brand new seat cover, just like that. Boy, she's really throwing some smoke. It's all that oil been sitting here burning off now. And there is a lot of it. It looks like it's on fire. That's all right. Have to try to find a jug or something. Put some juice in here. Well, I think that's good enough. It runs. Now, to shut it off, I'm going to go ahead and change that oil, I think. It's nice to heat them up a little bit so any of that sludge and stuff up top can work its way to the pan. And then we'll test the clutch. We've got to top off this brake juice, figure out brakes last, because them are optional. And then load up, hit the road, I guess. Wow, it is really, really smoking. Hey, my seat upholstery is working great as a back rig. That's neat. So unfortunately, that looks rear mainish, sealy-ish, along with all of the other leaks on this thing. It's just mind-boggling. They're everywhere. Jips, no tips. Ooh. Yeah, I can smell the gas. Well, that old boy had a AC Delco filtre down below there. I like that. That's nice. Of course, we put a Wix back in her. As far as the dinosaur juice, just going with the 1030 O'Reilly brand. Gets the job done. Affordable. This jobber, I'd probably rather put 1540 or even 2050 in it, since we know it's a gajillion billion miles, but I already had this on the shelf, so we're saving some money. You know, like I said, I was in such a hurry, I didn't even bring a funnel. I don't want to dig in this guy's stuff. He ain't around. So we're just gonna sky pour. Not like it's gonna get any smoke here. Oh, it's bad. It's really bad, guys. Oh. Well, I'm gonna have to put 2 jugs in, because half of this one just went down the manifold. Oh, that's fine. You want new smoke mixed with the old smoke, is what I'm trying to say. Can some of this go in the engine? For crying in the mud. I used to be able to do this pretty good. There. Didn't spill a drop. It was bad. Throw this guy back on. Something like that, I guess. Sure. Wind cleaner. Okay. I think I might not flip the lid. I know. Getting old, I guess. I don't know what to... Okay, you're right. I'm flipping it. I've had a moment of weakness. Okay? There we go. Let that quadra bog just bog deep. Okay. I mean, this engine's basically rebuilt now, right? Lost the receipts. Could be at my mom's house. I don't know. I'll have to look later. Okay, now, brakes. One reservoir is completely empty. That means we got a leak. So what a guy should do is find the leak, repair said leak, fill this up, exchange the fluid on the old side, and then bleed the brakes, and then test the system. So we're going to do none of that. And see, all we're going to do is just keep hitting the brake pedal with our earth pounder here. And refill it a couple times. So that way there's enough juice in the lines to maybe give us 10 decent stops. And we'll just keep count. And everything will be fine. It's a manual anyway. We got 4 brakes, different speeds, fixed. Okay, I should probably put this in the cab. We're gonna need the juice. Yes, and it's lost. Can't find nothing in there. All right, let's fire on it again. Wow. Oil pressure sure isn't changing, man. Unfortunately, the smoking is going to get really bad here in a minute. Well, time to test the clutch and the brakes. Okay, old truck. Low. Yep. Reverse. Yep. Oh yeah. Got a clutch and I think we got brake. I'll be dipped. Regular going to town truck. It just settles right back into holes it's been sitting in. Radio? Oh, B! We got a radio! And it's already on country and western. This might be my new going to town truck. All right. Well, I'm gonna load some tools up into this rig. We're gonna leave my other truck here. Actually, it's my wife's truck. It's Longmire. If we make it home, I'm gonna talk my wife into giving me a ride back here to get said truck and head back home again. And see, my whole plan was, if I would have brought one of my work trucks, she'd go, we'll get it some other time or call a friend or something. But it's her truck. It's Longmire. She'll be out here in a hurry. So I think my digital bags, hopefully we don't have to use that. Toolbox. I don't have any parts or fluids or nothing. Make sure I get my Waller out of the other truck, my billfold. And let's hit the road. It's a beautiful day to be cruising. We're going to take some deep, deep, deep backwoods trails over to Vice Grip Garage Pole Barn. Oh, and hope we make it. First stop, fuel station. Well, here goes something and a little bit of nothing. Let's see if she'll crawl out of these holes. There we go. I don't even remember checking if all the tires had wind in them. Kind of feels like it. Here we go. Well, this seat really does put a tilt in you. Brake check. Oh yeah, barely stops. It's good enough. Well, here we go. Gas station first. It's gonna be close getting there. And then we'll find some back roads. Get back to the barn. Well, she made her to a little station here. I'm gonna go ahead and just top her all the way off. It handles pretty good. It's got some slop, but I mean, it doesn't pull either way, so a guy can keep her in the middle like those movies where they just, you know, but they're just going straight. Smoking like crazy. Actually, I think I've already dumped about 50 gallons of oil on the ground. Probably go look at that. Uh-oh. I hope that's not us. Yeah, but that could be just what I spilled. Also, there's a broken part of a sparkulator. Oh, be dipped. That's where that went. We're not going to panic about that yet. Anyway, and oh, by the way, I guess all the tires do have wind in them. So that's neat. Well, the guy's got something to wet his back neck. Got her topped off. Let's hit the road. I found a route. It's a nice little 2-lane. Well, that's what Tennessee calls them. It's really a bike trail with a cliff on each side, but looks like a nice drive. Guys got her over here in Square Body Ranch. I get asked that a lot. How come you buy so many square bodies, Chevy pickups? You know, well, it's not just Chevy pickups. I got Fords and Dodges and you name it. The 70s and 80s trucks, as you guys know, are really going up in value. So when a guy could snag one, I do. Someday the kids can sell them and go to school or whatever they want. This one here didn't put up much of a fight. Pretty decent truck. I'm betting if all that stuff on the back, all that weight would get out of there. It'd probably run pretty good. I mean, it did just fine as is, but she's a little tired. You know what I mean? Started thinking about a name for this thing. And Remington popped in my head. Reminds me of the truck too. Just a good old country boy. Sturdy, liable, not so good looking. Smokes. You know what I mean? Remington. Now, where I need your guys' help is, what do we do with this? Do we kind of keep going with the service truck, maybe try to repair that air pump, fix and weld up all the issues on the bed? Or do we strip all of that off of it and just get it back to a base custom deluxe 3/4 ton again and clean it up and just have a go in the town rig? That might be kind of nice. My other GMC I use a lot is a 1/2 ton and can't do some of the things that this one could potentially do. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. As always, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all of you very much. We'll see you soon. I got to unload my tools. Oh, wait. I got to go get the other truck. Jessica! Help me! Oh, boy.